Hello, hopefully everything's good and working. Welcome to the Friday stream where we try to teach y'all how to play this game better, try to teach y'all something new about stuff. Today, as you might have surmised from the title of the stream, is going to be focused on cannon. Alright, so first, here's the move on hit, has that double hit. And there you can kind of see that edge guard opportunity is, because it spikes downward like that, really useful. So say he's a lot more damage and he just came over the corner, hit him with that neutral light.
He's gone.
Look at that, look how far he is. Wow, rude. Okay, he was saying that initially you can just kind of go straight into a side air. So I'm gonna hit him with the neutral light, I'm gonna hold forward and then just mash the light attack button. You see that side air comes out, but it's probably more for on the ground. Yeah. One thing that I really like seeing from cannon players is that this is your main anti-air, right?
Okay.
But you have to do it early. A lot of anti-air tools you can do like in reaction, but this one is one that you kind of have to put out ahead of time because neutral light and down light don't really hit as high. Let's do side light, down air, side light, you know, side light, side air, right? Down light is very useful because it's got more range than all the other cannon moves. So it's kind of you'll dash in down light, and then because it's that combo starter, you go dash in down light, down air. That's kind of the most common thing, and that one is true. Mm-hmm. This is the more like if
this is similar to Blaster's neutral air.
Yeah. Right, so
yeah.
if somebody's playing floaty, you can dash in nair. We'll see if we can do that. Yeah. So dash in nair. A big thing on the neutral air is it kind of moves you down. So it's kind of
neat. Okay.
Your bread and butter for cannon is down light, down air. This is the one that you'll see probably the most. It's down light, down air. It is a strong option off the down light or off the side light. It'll pull you down a little bit with it.
Yeah.
So if you're going off stage with it, just
careful.
Be ready to.
There's a little more distance you got to cover coming back up.
Yeah. All right, recovery. Giant aerial string. Good for pursuing opponents. Similar to like axe recovery, right? Is you chase behind them with it, or bow recovery. Hits like a truck. Combos from side air at later health ranges. See that sandstorm clip again? We'll get to that in a little bit. Useful near stage corners or to catch opponents retreating high as a jump recovery. Longer startup than most, so be aware that if you're hit out of it, you can't just toss it out unplanned. And what he's talking about here is you can see this recovery right now. Takes a little bit for that forward swing to come out. This is using it over the corner, right? So you can kind of bop the opponent away.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hey there, controller. Let's read my inputs, please.
What was that?
Hold on. What?
The John's already started?
Hey there, controller.
Oh, did y'all?
See, no, if you ask politely, it'll do it.
Did y'all hear that?
If you ask politely, it'll happen.
Yeah.
So that's me holding the button versus just release.
Oh, okay.
As that blast out. But the short is that like you can use these down airs to cover these angles close and far, and then use ground pound to cover this push off area.
That's kind of the issue he was saying. You got to be careful.
And you got to be careful not to overextend on that. If you go back and watch like the entirety of his sets, even like Spring Champs, is off the Sair recovery, he'll just Sair back to stage because he has stage control. Like he has a stronger position if he does that. This one is just Sandstorm being Sandstorm and trying to be grimy on wrenched. He has so much health on that. So, but yeah, technically speaking, like the bare minimum of what he just did was downlight, Sair, recovery, gravity cancel, neutral signature.
Okay.
And so that incorporated a lot of different things that we had talked about, right? So we talked about downlight into Sair, whoopsies, downlight into Sair, and then at that specific damage, which, what was it, like 40-ish? Yeah. Recovery, neutral signature.
What?
See? So that was more or less what he did. That's kind of the brief overall. The big things that you kind of like, the major notes you need to know is that there's a lot of big dodge punishes. Once somebody messes up a dodge, then you can go for your bigger like 4-hit strings because there's a lot of things where it's like 1 or 2 hits, but then you start getting the bigger ones once they burn a dodge.
Wait, I do want to practice some of these strings.
All right, yeah.
All right. So what would you say is like the bread and butter?
Downlight dare. That's what I said is the bread and butter. Downlight dare. You have to jump. It's another one of those rolly ones. So you can just hold down and then do a. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
But you can do that a lot faster. Okay, if I get it true on the first try, How bummed are you? How sad are you right now?
Pass it. Pass it. Get out of here. All of a sudden, I'm hitting every single one now.
Yeah, but it's not even. You gotta.
Hey, I'm getting there.
All right, all right. Just be faster.
Hey,
7 frames.
I rolled the thumbs on that one.
There you go.
Oh,
there you go. See,
what?
You're rolling your thumb.
What?
There you go. The difference between pressing both with the tip of your finger versus rolling your thumb. Real talk, this is how you have to learn how to do combos, is just go into training mode and just like feed it into your muscles that you just keep practicing it over and over again. In comparison to how Sir has started, this is actually kind of amazing, because when we first started, he was like not able to do it in so much of a window that it didn't even pop up dodge window. It just didn't show up.
It's just registered as 2 different.
Yeah, it's just you hit 2 different buttons like a year apart. Hey, Sir, didn't you learn some combos that it didn't involve using signature buttons?
Yeah, I've forgotten them already.
Hey!
Oh.
There you go.
Who was that? Who was that? Aware Kiewit. Thanks.
There's another question. Oh, yeah. So somebody was asking, like,
Oh, nice.
good ways to beat out Cannon. So I see Cannon doing a lot of good things on main stage. So in my opinion, weapons that are good at being aerial will tend to do well. So like hammer, axe, and sword are probably my big 3 picks for anti-cannon, because for the most part, cannon doesn't like it. It has some okay anti-air stuff, right? Like, so we talked about the side light, we talked about the neutral air, but other than that, like, there's a lot of ways that you can get in on a cannon aerially. And cannon, it boils down to being able to dash dance properly and being able to play that neutral footsie game. So those would be my picks as far as weapons that do well against it. Conversely, weapons that don't do well against it are weapons that have low priority. Gauntlets, katars. You never know when you should use gravity cancel to perform a string with cannon. Any tips? I saw someone in chat saying downlight, gravity cancel, neutral light. The one place I normally see a gravity cancel is off the recovery, right? So you do the sandstorm clip we played earlier, right? So side light, side air, recovery, gravity cancel, neutral signature. Works with basically every cannon legend. Doesn't have to specifically be Zol. And those are probably the 2 places that I'll recommend trying that out.